Spoiler warning for the Kalos League and the X and Y anime. If you wish to see it without spoilers, click off right now. Why am I saying this, you might be asking? Because the subject of today's video forgot to put in a spoiler warning, even though it's a pretty big event. Thanks, asshole. Oh, and also, I'm a little rusty at this since it's been a while, so if I screw something up, feel free to let me know. Okay, really? We're doing this shit again? We're wake up in some unknown place? What, is Emerald Star in the same room this time? Or my Aces?
No. You're here because of what happened outside recently.
What?
Basically, after the Kalos League finals, the Pokemon fans rioted and tried destroying their merchandise. So I brought you here to do something about it.
Okay.
One of the big leaders in these riots is MisAnthroPony, an analysis in this MLP community. Here's his video.
Oh, great. I remember this guy.
Oh, and one more thing. You can't use your character avatar for it.
Why?
In order to combat the madness, you must embrace it.
Okay, that was incredibly cringy. But we're not gonna get anywhere with this shit if I don't say yes, so... Alright, let's do it. Cue the intro. Now before I dive into this video, I wish to clarify something. I'm not going after this guy because he disagrees with my opinions of the results. The reason I'm going after this guy is mostly because of his reasons for it. So with that said, let's begin by skipping the first minute of the video. Largely because while an argument can be made that the Pokemon anime isn't that repetitive when you look at how, say, Kalos and Unova changed up the formula of the anime when it comes to story and character development, an argument can be made that it can be repetitive when you're looking at the show as a whole and not looking at each season individually. Though I will bring up his rankings as well as his relationship with other characters later, so skipping.
The Pokemon anime is a vile and pathetic excuse for a show based on a video game. It has proven to its audience, or to put it more accurately, it proved to its audience a long time ago that it does not care at all about Ash's growth as a Pokemon trainer,
Even though it has.
or the relationships between any of the characters, and exists just to promote and advertise whatever new games and products the Pokemon company comes up with.
Even though it has. Again. Also, I hate to break this to you, but all anime adaptations of a product exist to advertise the source material. One Piece, Digimon, hell, even Yu-Gi-Oh! Exists to basically advertise the products. So what makes it bad when Pokemon does it, but not all these other shows? Because you think the creators don't care about Ash's growth and relationships? Well, that's not completely the case, as we have episodes developing the bond between this cast of characters, as well as the multiple leagues and battles that have showcased his growth as a trainer. If they didn't care about that, then Ash wouldn't have gotten to the top 2, and they would have pulled what happened in Unova, where Ash got a worse ranking than in the Sinnoh League. So clearly they do care about Ash's growth. However, relationship-wise, if they didn't care, then why did they build up a bond between him and Serena that develops as the arc goes on, and even Serena develops as a character because of Ash? If anything, this sounds like the complete opposite of what a writer would do if they didn't care. So again, what makes promoting the source material / merchandise bad for the Pokemon anime, but not the other shows? I still don't see it.
Ash losing the Kalos League is just the latest in a string of examples.
Okay, let's break this list down, shall we? Okay, first two, fair enough. Misty and Brock being dropped from the overall story. Okay, no. Ignoring that episode clearly cared enough to give them a good farewell, they still popped up from time to time, as shown with some of the films and even later episodes of the series. Hell, in Wishmaker, Ash mentions that he still misses Misty. Yeah, it was a dub line, but it was still said, so they clearly still cared about it. Okay, fair enough with this next point. Team Rocket never living up to their villainous title. Okay, disappoint. Ash losing a gym battle to make more filler episodes. If they were filler, it would mean that they would be irrelevant after it happened. Hell, an example would be the episode in between Ash's first and second fight with Wolfric, where we got parts of Ash's backstory as well as some development with him and Greninja that would be useful in the rematch because, you know, Ash Greninja. So, no, that episode doesn't sound like filler either. Hell, that sounds pretty relevant / canon to the arc, actually. I could go on, but I think I made my point. Yes, the anime has filler episodes. I will not deny that. but I don't quite see how the episodes in between the first match and the rematch with these gym leaders are filler, because ultimately the actions in those episodes help Ash in the rematch. Now, if you provided examples of these in-between episodes not doing much for the overall story, yeah, I can see where you're coming from, but you don't have that here. Fucking over Pikachu's romantic relationship with Veneri. You mean the one-sided relationship that didn't go anywhere to begin with? Alright, whatever. Canceling the Lugia vs. Ho-Oh movie for the sake of advertising Gen 5. Oh, that's a big claim. Does he have a source proving this movie was cancelled for that reason? Let alone a source claiming that a Lugia v. Ho-Oh movie was confirmed? Does he? Does he? Oh, what a shame! Okay, but jokes aside, the only thing we got that hinted at that movie was a teaser trailer, which unlike map, I will link in the description so that you can see for yourselves. But that's just it. It was a teaser, not an official film at the time. Hell, in my research of this movie, I didn't see one article stating that they were even going to make a Lugia vs. Ho-Oh movie. Probably because we only had one teaser for it, and that was it. Because of that, it's hard to verify if this movie was even going to happen. Hell, it's very much likely that it was just another case of the trope, never trust a trailer. Certainly wouldn't be the first time they did it. This lack of proof also ties into your next point about the Pichu. Again, no proof stating that Celebi was even going to be in the 12th movie. So how do we, the common YouTube viewer or even Pokemon fan, know if this is legitimate? It's one thing to make claims about the anime, but when you're listing something behind the scenes like this, you gotta back your shit up. Hell, when I did my Pokemon Forever review with Light and Dark RPG, I provided a link to my source stating the original concept of the GS Ball. Why? Because that was behind the scenes information and not everyone would know that, so I provided a link in the description for people to go look and verify for themselves. Okay, I'm going to start skimming through this list because this is getting long. The Team Rocket vs. Team Plasma bit is debatable because again, behind the scenes information, and even then, elements of that special were incorporated into the anime later thanks to the Meloetta arc. Hell, even Team Plasma had their own arc after Season 2, to varying degrees of success, but still. Plus, again, we don't know the true reason, so for all we know, it could have been cancelled because it was too violent. Did you see those trailers? Lying about Charizard battling Reshiram. No. It's pretty obvious that the point of that scene you're talking about was to showcase Charizard's return to the anime, which did actually happen, not him battling Reshiram. How do I know this? Well, look at the opening. Where's Charizard in it? That's right, at the end, where Reshiram was about to attack Ash's group. If they wanted to tell us that the two would be fighting, we would have seen Charizard earlier in the intro. Not at the end. I could also point out that anime openings pull this shit all the time, where they showcase something that doesn't happen in the show to hype up the audience, but I think you get the point. Thank God, almost done here. The entirety of the Unova Saga. So you admit that you saw the Unova Saga, yet still want to claim that Team Rocket never lived up to the villainous title despite that shit they pulled in that arc? Bloody hell. Retconning Ash's backstory for the sake of shipping him with Serena. Oh boy. Here we go.
What was there to retcon?
Seriously, before Kalos came out, all we really got out of the backstory for this guy was that his dad went on a journey after some time, and some interactions with Gary. But that took place later in his life, after the stuff we saw in the Kalos arc. So again, what was retcon for the sake of, quote-unquote, shipping him with Serena? Examples would be nice.
Oh, but here's a reason as to why he doesn't elaborate on it.
I would really love to go into much more detail on each and every single one of those things that I just listed above, and I'm sure there's much more wrong with the Pokemon anime than what I just listed, but at this point, I just feel like I'd be wasting my time.
This is rich! So you bring up all these examples, made all these claims, yet you don't want to do the basic task of elaborating because you'd be wasting your time. You spent a shitload of time already by grabbing your examples and listing them in this video. A few more minutes isn't going to kill you if it means elaborating some of your vague points. Besides, this video is 5 minutes anyways.
I mean, really think about the other anime based on products we may have grown up with, like Digimon for example. That shit was amazing when it first came out, and it still holds up today. Why? Because it actually cared about telling a story with the source material.
You mean like what Pokemon has done with stuff like the Team Rocket plot in Unova, as well as the Ashburn Ninja plot in Kalos, as well as the Team Flower arc? Also,
this anime opening lied to me about them running like this. This anime sucks.
Anyway, since there's not much else for me to respond to, I'm gonna end the video here, so yeah, take care everyone.
Huh, I think the writing stopped.
Oh, sweet. Huh, wonder what made them stop.
A few moments later.